Once upon a time, in a small village of Dodemo, a magnificent baobab tree stood tall, with its thick trunk reaching toward the sky like a giant hand. The villagers revered this tree, believing it to be sacred and home to the spirits of their ancestors, who watched over them and guided their lives. The baobab was central to their culture and spirituality, serving as a gathering place for celebrations, storytelling, and rituals. However, for one woman, the tree represented a darker reality. The curse of a cruel mother-in-law who made her life miserable. This is the story of Shani, a young woman known for her beauty. Many suitors came to her parents' home, each bringing gifts to win her heart, but Shani had already fallen in love with Kwame, a skilled hunter from a neighboring village. Kwame was strong and kind, with eyes that sparkled like stars in the Serengeti. He promised Shani a life filled with happiness and adventure. The couple got married in a grand ceremony beneath the baobab tree, with the entire village celebrating their union with music, dancing, and feasting. However, one person did not share in their joy. Kwame's mother, Omari, who watched with resentment. Omari was known for her sharp tongue and harsh demeanor. After losing her husband, she had raised Kwame alone and became fiercely protective, believing no woman could be worthy of him. When Kwame married Shani, Omari felt betrayed, convinced that Shani could never replace her late husband. Though she smiled at the wedding, her heart was filled with bitterness, and she vowed to make Shani's life difficult. From the moment Shani moved in, Omari turned her life into a nightmare. She criticized everything Shani did, from her cooking to her clothing, leaving no opportunity to belittle her. "You will never be as good as Kwame's first wife," Omari would taunt, despite the fact that Kwame had never been married before. She spread false stories to tarnish Shani's reputation, hoping to drive her away. Shani, eager to please her mother-in-law, tried hard to win Omari's approval, but nothing was ever good enough. Omari complained about the blandness of her cooking, criticized her cleaning, and found fault with everything Shani did, constantly undermining her efforts. Caught between the two women he loved, Kwame felt helpless. He defended Shani against Omari's cruel remarks, but she would scold him, reminding him of the sacrifices she made to raise him. "You are ungrateful, son," she would shout, filled with anger. "This woman is tearing our family apart, and you can't see it." One day, after a particularly harsh scolding from Omari that left Shani feeling defeated, she decided she could no longer endure the torment. With tears streaming down her face, she ran to the baobab tree, seeking comfort beneath its ancient branches. Falling to her knees, she prayed to the spirits of her ancestors for strength and guidance. "Great spirits," she whispered, "I love Kwame deeply, but his mother's cruelty is breaking me. Please help me to find a way to make peace between us." As the wind rustled the leaves of the baobab, Shani felt a calming presence wash over her. For a moment, she thought she heard a voice in the breeze, gently reminding her, "Be patient, my child. All will be revealed in time if you stay strong." The next morning, Omari woke up to find her tongue swollen and sore, making it almost impossible for her to speak. She could barely say a word and had to remain silent, which left her confused and troubled. Taking this as a cue to pause and reflect on her life, she observed Shani going about her daily tasks in silence over the next few days. This observation began to change Omari's feelings. Without her voice to criticize, Omari was compelled to simply watch Shani. To her surprise, she noticed that Shani deeply loved her son and worked hard to create a happy home for both of them. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky in a warm orange glow over the village, Omari approached Shani, who was sitting quietly under the baobab tree. Unable to speak, Omari held Shani's hands and looked intently into her eyes, reflecting her pain and regrets for her past behavior. Shani, sensing Omari's vulnerability, embraced her tightly. In that moment of shared understanding and empathy, the strain in their relationship was lifted and Omari's voice was restored. From then on, Omari's heart softened, and she began to treat Shani with the kindness and respect she deserved. The two women grew close, forming a bond as strong as the baobab tree's roots that had witnessed their struggles and reconciliation. The whole village, once put off by Omari's harsh words and demeanor, marveled at her transformation into a loving and supportive member of the community. As years went by, Shani and Kwame had children of their own, and Omari welcomed her role as a doting grandmother with joy. She would often gather the children around her to share enchanting stories beneath the sprawling branches of the baobab tree, her voice now filled with warmth, wisdom, and love. Though she never spoke of the curse that had once silenced her, Omari understood that it was a lesson from her ancestors about the true meaning of love, family, and the importance of forgiveness. The baobab tree stood tall and proud, with its branches stretching towards the sky, silently witnessing the power of forgiveness, the resilience of the human spirit, and the enduring strength of love that can bridge even the deepest divides. The village thrived, united by the lessons of the past, with the baobab serving as a symbol of hope, healing, and the bonds that connect families through generations.